Yo, happy Thursday, everyone. Today it's our 65th, meaning 65 town halls. Crazy. Wow. Every week is getting just more and more excited about what we are achieving together with Evmux as a community. And thank you everyone for joining tonight. Um, just another Thursday, and today we're going to dive very deep into the web sources. This is like a very important feature that we released in the last month. Just simply a game changer that allows you to be really unstoppable content creators. And I'm super happy that we created a deep dive video on the web sources to make sure that you know how to use that. So we'll watch that today. So basically, for anyone new in the town halls, usually what we do, we are saying hi in the comments. So please feel free to tell me in the comments where you're from. And then we are showing, if we have a video like today, we show the video. If not, we're just diving into the topic or off topic, really depends, going through the questions, getting to know each other more, helping each other, evolving as content creators, and just communicating. So that's what we're trying to do in this half an hour of a town hall every week. My name is Elad. I'm one of the founders here in Evmux, and I'm super happy to be with you every week again and again. So let's go through the comments real quick. We have Darius in the house. Thank you, Darius, for joining every week again and again, like myself. Thank you for joining. And we have Domino Entertainment joining. Thank you very much as well. And we have Risk Live. And you have a questions right out of the gate, so let's take it quickly. Any way to change what we are screen sharing without having to stop and start screen sharing? Okay, that's a good question. So you cannot really do that currently. What you can do though is to create different scenes, you know. So the idea, I guess, the best way is, let's say you screen share something and then you want to change the screen that you are sharing. So you can move to another scene without the screen sharing. So people, you know, your viewers, they won't really see what you do behind the scenes. Then you quickly stop share, start share again, but now you're sharing another window or tab or whatever you'd like. And then you are transitioning again to the scene that you do have the screen sharing showing to the attendees. I hope that makes sense. All right. Follow-up question from Risk Live. Would be great to be able to share a portion of the screen like I can with Zoom. Then I can just move things in and out of that portion of the screen. So you definitely can do that. So any layer in Evmux using the Pro Scenes, you can click on it, then it will be a very small toolbar popping up to you when you're editing a scene, and then you have the ability to crop the layer. So layer means pictures, videos, speakers feeds, your feed as the host, and also screen sharing screen sharing layers, sorry. So also screen sharing layer, you can definitely crop very easily. More than that, you can create different scenes, and then in each and every scene, the crop will be different, right, of the screen share. So people use it for many different use cases. For example, you'd like to show scoreboard from a specific website, so you can share your screen, but just crop the relevant piece of your screen. So your viewers won't even know that you are sharing something like that, but they think it's just part of your stream. Really powerful feature, the crop feature in general in Evmux and specifically for screen sharing layers. Right. Max Voltage Mining and Crypto asking, web sources only on the Pro package? Good evening, everyone from Illinois. So yes, web sources is in the Pro package simply because it's really for Pro users. With that said, it's really, really easy to implement in Evmux, and then everyone that might consider not as a pro user with other platforms, when using Evmux, you can definitely consider yourself as pros, and shortly we will show the video and you'll see how easy this is. And I'm really curious to hear in the comments if you think that, any of you watching, if you think that you can manage the web sources and you are going to use that in the near future. All right, Christian is in Illinois too. Thank you for joining, my friend. Thank you. Crazy Kid, thanks for the great streaming program. Think it's awesome, amazing. Thank you for that. All right, so I'll take more comments shortly, but I really want to show you the video. It's really, really amazing video that Kirk created for us. Deep dive on the web sources. I think for anyone using web sources currently or even didn't start, watch this video. Make sure that you understand what Kirk is showing you. It's super easy and simple to use web sources in Evmux, and it is going to upgrade your live streams like, dramatically, really, really dramatically. So enjoy the video, and please share your comments and questions throughout the video, and we'll take it from there.
We can now use web sources, both HTML code and web links, in our Evmux live shows. This is an Evmux update alert. Web Sources, otherwise referred to as widgets for streaming, is a mini app that displays a small amount of information on screen at all times, and it interacts with the viewer. Goal counters, live comments, and monetization numbers are typical examples. The widget may be waiting for input from the viewer, such as a chat poll, or be live and actively display changes like viewer/subscriber count, super chats, or even a giveaway tool. Evmux just added this functionality to their browser-based streaming studio. Mind blown, y'all. Kirk Nugent here for Evmux, your live streaming sweet spot. And in this video, let's take a look at the Evmux web source feature and 3 specific examples. So here we are in the Evmux studio. I've already got it open and I'm sitting on a dynamic scene, but I want to make sure you know that dynamic scenes is not where the feature is. So we will have to go to the pro scenes, and it's going to make sense why you would want that. It's in the layer. You want to want it like that for your web sources, aka streaming widgets. And even as we're here on this new pro scene, I just have one layer, which is my camera, and it is working. Everything is kind of full screen. We're going to keep that there, and we're going to build on top of it some of the example widgets that we're going to showcase in this video. Also want to make sure you are aware of some of the places that you can get widgets from. Here is streamlabs.com, and we will use a couple from here, and they've got a ton of widgets. I mean, you can just see them all here as I'm scrolling through. There is a number of widgets. Some of them are really cool, just depending on what your needs might be and how you want to engage your audience. Another one, which is Stream DPS, also some really cool stream alerts and premium widgets that you can use for your live shows in Evmux now that they've added this feature. And I know that Elad showcased some Stream DPS widgets in the Town Hall some few days ago. Also, support pages like Patreon, Fanfics, and buymeacoffee.com also have widgets. And here on the support page for buymeacoffee.com, I'm going to actually showcase this as our first widget we're going to add to the studio. If you have this platform, you would simply go to where it says buttons and graphics. When you're signed in the back end, you would go under settings where it says buttons and graphics. You click on that, and then we'd come here to where it says stream alerts, and we click on the customize button, and here you can see what that's going to look like. You can actually change your color and several other things, of course, to make sure you're on brand, but it's going to show you basically what it's going to look like on screen. This is essentially what it's going to look like on screen, and all you've got to do, browser source URL, add this URL as a browser source in your streaming software. Now, We can copy that URL right here. Of course, we've blurred that out because we don't want you to have the people on your stream supporting me, but we've blurred out that link. But you would just simply copy that URL, come back over to your studio. All right, I'm going to walk this through a couple of times in this video, but the idea is you're going to want to hit add new layer. So I've clicked that. And right here at the bottom of media, you're going to see that it says web source. Right here, it says web source beta. So we're clicking web source, and we can click on the wheel that comes up on screen right here for web source settings. I'm going to click on that, and you have the option for using a link or an HTML code. We're going to try that out in a second. I'm going to highlight this link and remove the demo one and paste in the link from buymeacoffee.com. And you can see this already taken up the whole, it's displaying on the screen right there. So that's pretty good. Things that you want to make sure you do, and if you've watched any of the tutorials, you already know that I'm going to size it the way that I want it. I'm going to lock it when I have it right, and I'm going to rename it so that I have it in a place that I can work with it later. BMAC, Buy Me a Coffee. So boom, one layer is done. And the way that we would be able to test that, if you saw it on that screen, there was a test button. I'm going to pull that up so we can see both together. And you can see there's a send test button. Again, we're blurring out the link, but there's a send test button here on the page. So I'm going to simply click on that to be able to send a test. And you can see right here at the top of the screen that it says someone bought you a coffee. Great work. And that is an animation that comes up, and it can happen in the middle of your show, and it just kind of animates away. And it's completely seamless to you as the host, as the person who's streaming. You don't have to worry about configuring. You could see I added that in literally just a second. If somebody buys me a couple of coffees on BMAC, or if they purchase a consult session, even buy a ticket to my masterclass, those notifications will come up in the stream while I'm live. And it, guess what that does? It encourages others to go and do the same. Like, whoa, I'm getting value here too. I want to buy Kirk a coffee. So, and that could be you. This is why this is such a critical feature. Also, an opportunity we have is to do an HTML embed, right? And I'm gonna go to calendly.com and copy the embed code from there, and we're gonna add that in as HTML code. Now, you can add in HTML code from pretty much anywhere, but I'm going to use from calendly.com because it shows my booking page. And this is something that I every now and again like to do when I'm live. Now notice I did come in this time and select HTML code as opposed to use link. I selected HTML code, I hit paste. That's the content that I copied from my booking page, and people can grab a 15-minute call from my booking page, or they can grab a discovery call, which is exactly what I want. Another thing that you want to be mindful of is your sizing. So I don't really want all that white space. So I'm actually going to crop that in a little bit. So 1080, and we're pretty much done. So I'm going to move this around a little bit, get it to the size that I want, and have it here to the side. I'm gonna pull that down just a little bit there because we want to add some other things in, and I'm going to lock it. That's where I want it. So let's lock it. Let's go back through and rename it booking page. All right. So, or booking, either way. So now we have that added. We have our Buy Me a Coffee page there at the bottom. We have my booking page on the top, and I can even go through and hide these just a refresher for those that are not remembering what pro scenes are about. Midstream, I can literally come in and just say, hey, go to my booking page. And there it is. It just showed up. So somebody can see what that visual example looks like while they are in my live show. Another thing that I like about widgets is a platform called socialstream.ninja. Which is what allows you to be able to pull in comments from live shows. So I'm going to pull up a live show here. This is a lady who's live right now, and I'm actually going to pull in her comments into socialstream.ninja because that's what it does. So let's go back over to our studio, and I'm going to copy that link from that widget into the live show. Well, let's get it open. From this page, I'm simply going to copy the link that will allow me to have these comments. I'm going to click Add New Layer, Web Source again, Web Source Settings, using the link this time, We're gonna get rid of that one, paste in this other one. I have used this before, so I know that I want it to be 1000 by 300 because that's the best size I've found for these comments to display on screen. Now, once I have that, I'm gonna call this, let's rename it to social comments. Boom. And we can move that onto the screen, probably right around this section here, so that it's going to be right above that Buy Me a Coffee link. And we can simply go ahead and lock that. And boom, we locked it. And now you can see these comments are on the side from that live show that we showcased. And I can click on a comment and boom, there it is. It shows up on there. And if I click that comment again, it goes away. What's really cool about the socialstream.ninja comments is that it can pull from your comment section, whether it's YouTube, whether it is Amazon, whether it is even Zoom or Teams. It pulls those comments and allows you to display them on screen as a web source, as a widget. And it will do it automatically. So you could actually have it go through and just cycle through your comments automatically. And you can see how cool that shows up and how that looks for your web show here in Evmux. I use Evmux to stream to Amazon. So this is another really cool way that I can bring those comments in and not have to worry about doing all kinds of gymnastics to make that happen. So that's another really cool one that we wanted to showcase to you. Another thing that we want to showcase here, we talked about Streamlabs and some of their widgets, some really cool ones that they've got. We want to add in their giveaway widget. So this is one called the spin wheel, and you can change all the different pieces here in terms of what are the giveaways or what are the items that you're actually going to give to your audience. But you'll notice similarly as we did before that you have the copy button here. Click to copy widget URL. So we're going to click on that. And it says here, please read the following before copying the URL. Please do not share this with anyone and do not expose to the public. Specifically, do not paste this in your stream description. Protect yourself. I want to make sure that I read that as well, because I want to make sure you guys get a chance to see that, they want to make sure you're being responsible and we want to be responsible too. And so here we're going to go back, click add new layer again. We've done this multiple times now, web source. We're going to go to the web source setting. And again, I would say most of your web sources are going to be links. They're going to be links. But I did want to make sure you guys got a chance to see what this looks like. All right. So here you can see that widget has come up and you can actually see a wheel on the screen, right? That's pretty cool. And we can kind of, again, make this the size that we want, maybe 1080. We'll do better, and we can kind of match that and put that off to the side a little bit, maybe make it a little smaller so it doesn't actually cover my head. But yeah, we have that there and it's good to go. We can, of course, lock this where we want it to be. We want to go through and rename it again. And maybe we call this one giveaway, right? Giveaway wheel. All right. So, and again, it's just something descriptive that we can know what we need to do to come back to it. And again, I'm going to double click here, go over to this page. I wanted you to see both on screen at the same time. And you can see right here on this page, it says spin wheel. And when I click that to spin the wheel, you can hear that sound, but you can also see the wheel spinning. And even though I haven't set this up properly, you can change the colors on the page with Streamlabs. You can actually see here that it says the person won a mouse pad. And of course, I could give that away during my stream. And you can see the flexibility. You can see some of the functionality. You can see some of the things that are possible simply by using these web sources. I'm going to go to another scene that I've already built out that has some items in there. You can see there's a goal counter across the bottom. You can see that that Buy Me a Coffee overlay is there. We've got the wheel on this one as well. But in addition to the wheel, we've added another one called Tic-Tac-Toe, where people in the chat can actually play with you as the host by simply putting different things in the chat. Now, you do have to connect these widgets to your YouTube account or your Facebook account, depending on what Streamlabs or StreamDPS says, in order to get that rich functionality to come back into your live stream. But that's a simple step that you can do, and you can have somebody else manage the spinning of the wheel and different things like that, because it's all happening on the web. Several different levels of functionality, different things that you can dream of that you can do with this web sources feature from Evmux. Let's be clear. I've only scratched the surface with these examples. Web sources or streaming widgets open us up to a world of possibilities for engagement, audience retention, and analytics. It's a proven fact that shows that utilize these viewer-generated items in their streams experience rapid growth. Let's drop a thanks emoji in the comments to the awesome team at Evmux for continually rolling out much-needed functions and features.
Yay. All right. So, yeah, thank you, Kirk, for a great video. And I'm super happy that we were able to release this video because, you know, when we released this feature and we tried to explain what it does and everything, it's super hard, you know, in such a short time in the town halls to really explain all the use cases. And what's not that we explained all the use cases, right? But just giving some examples, it's always great. Because this feature specifically is really unlimited because it allows you to get web sources and get basically different features and different things from so many different platforms. Just to name a few: Stream Elements, Streamlabs, etc. So, you know, they have those platforms are focusing on this kind of web sources, and now in Evmux you can leverage that. Like, you can take everything they have there and implement in your streams. And, you know, just see how Kirk is showing you different options of just showing, you know, the basics of how many people subscribe to your channel, and some sort of pop-ups or notifications, if you will, when someone is registering, and even custom lower thirds. You know, with all due respect to Evmux, we are limited with what we can make natively in the platform. Also, we don't want to overwhelm everyone with too many options. So with web sources, whomever would like to use other options, you're unstoppable, you're unlimited, and that's amazing. You know, seeing the ability to do kind of giveaway lottery and stuff like that. Listen, again, it's unlimited and people can take it to so many different paths. It's amazing. I love it. All right, so let's go through the chat to see what we've got. Please feel free to, you know, to send any questions you have. This is a great time to communicate, and also good opportunity to, again, encourage all of you to join our Facebook group. We have an amazing community there, so please go to Facebook, search for Evmux, and you'll find the official group. Join there. Great people there. You can learn so much from them, ask questions, also just go through the posts and see what people are asking, and the answers and the comments that they're getting. By itself, it will make you better as content creators in general, and specifically by using Evmux. Also, our YouTube channel is a great source for videos and for tutorials, so please use that, subscribe to the channel, and you will be able to get notification whenever we are releasing new videos, like this video you saw now. This is a video that we released this week in our channel. So yeah, if you would like to get it immediately, just subscribe to the channel. Cool. Going through the chat, so I had something from before. All right, so we have Christian saying, perfect use case for web sources. Yeah, Kirk said and showed some great use cases, and he showcased them amazingly. David, live selling. Yeah, definitely. Live selling and shoppable live streaming is something, it's amazing. And with web sources, you can get so many things. Also, actually, a very good feature for live selling and shoppable live streaming is the multi-cameras, because when you are showcasing a product with the multi-cameras, you can have from different angles, right? One angle towards you, and then switching to the angle towards the product and stuff like that. So those two together are making Evmux as an amazing tool also for shoppable live streaming. Cool. David is saying that it's a game changer. I agree with you. It is a game changer indeed. All right. What we have here. David is continuing and saying, I'm blown away. Cool. I'm super happy. Thank you so much, Elad. So yeah, actually, again, good opportunity to thank the Evmux development team. They are doing an amazing job, not me specifically. And also thank you, the whole community, that you're telling us what you need and what you would like to see in the platform. And it really helps us to prioritize, because the roadmap is exploding. We have to know how to prioritize things. So we are thinking ourselves, but also always listening to the community to understand what should come first. And web sources was something that a lot of people asked for. And also they mentioned that it's not available in other web-based platforms like Evmux, or let's call them the easy to use, user-friendly platforms like Evmux and the others, and web sources it's not available there. So we're like, let's do it, and we did. So again, thank you to the community as well. All right. Max is asking, does this work with Stream Elements as well? 100%. So Stream Elements, of course, any other web sources platform like Streamlabs, etc. And also you can even implement your own HTML code, right? You saw that in the video. Super powerful, really make you an unlimited content creator. And that's what makes me so excited about that. All right. Joanne Lee is asking, how do I block someone on Evmux? So you can kick a guest with just clicking on the 3 dots on their name, on their video feed, and then kick them. Also, I know in YouTube you can do some sort of moderating. I'm not 100% sure. So those are basically the ways to moderate. We're talking about guests, and I'm not talking about viewers, because viewers is totally managed by the platforms that you're using. It might be YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever capabilities you have there to moderate your live streams. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, remember, you don't have to share the invite guest link with all your viewers. I think the best practice is to share it only with the relevant people. With that said, I do understand that sometimes you would like to have guests spontaneously. So yeah, that's, a risk that you have a guest that you would like to kick. You can't do that in Evmux. And also, even though they are in your speaker room in the stream, you can take them off the stage. So at least they won't be heard by the audience. All right. David is asking if I can do the duck race. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. If it's a joke, please clarify if it's a real feature. I'm not familiar with them, sorry. All right. All right. Mozart is saying, I want to pay to upgrade to Pro, but I'm told I must pay 100%. I'm not sure what does that mean. Anyways, in Evmux, it's relative. So it means if you are on the annual plan and you'd like to upgrade to Pro, it will upgrade just the relative time you still have in your license, in the annual license. Also, when you're going monthly, let's say you use already 2 weeks of the month and now you're upgrading, so you'll pay only for 2 weeks of the Pro plan, and then in the following month you'll pay the full amount of the Pro plan. So please feel free to reach out to the support in Evmux and we'll be able to help if that's not what you're experiencing. All right, Joanne Lee is saying, I'm new to this live streaming and need to know how to block someone in Evmux. Thank you. Yeah, so I hope that my answer before was sufficient. If not, feel free to reach out to the Facebook group. I think that's a great question to the Facebook group to hear best practices from people. But shortly, on Evmux, you have the video feeds of your guests on the bottom of the studio. When you hover your mouse on each and every guest, you have the 3 dots on the top right corner. Click on that, and then you will be able to kick them from the Evmux studio. In the basement, asking, can a web source be used as a hotkey to use during live? Good question about the hotkey. I don't think that's the way web sources is working. Web sources, the idea is that you put that to be part of your scene, every scene. So basically you can have a scene without web sources, and you can have a scene with the web sources. Then the rhythm of the web source, when it appears or not, this is something you configure on the web sources platform, such as Stream Elements. There you can, whatever the web source is, you might be able to change the rhythm that it will show every 10 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, and then disappear and stuff like that. But from an Evmux standpoint, this layer is available in your stream when you play the scene with this layer of the web source. So if you would like to occasionally turn it on, basically, I recommend you to create 2 scenes. One scene without the web source and another scene with the web source. I hope that makes sense. All right. All right. Darius, thank you, Evmux, for listening, providing the tools that we need. Always, always, always. And thank you for the community again for letting us know what you would like to have. I'll take a few more. And then again, anyone that I couldn't get to the comments, I'm sorry. I really recommend you all to share your comments in the Facebook group, all your questions, and we will be there to assist as much as we can. And also the amazing community members can help as well. James Fox, live all this. So happy for web sources. Cool. Thank you, James. Thank you for joining. All right. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for joining. Good luck for the Heat in the playoffs. Just kidding. I love this time of the year of the playoffs of the NBA. This is my favorite. I hope that you enjoy that as well. And yeah, it's a pleasure as always to be with you in Thursday. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Thank you all.
All right, I'm live. That was easy.